guys, welcome to Puig United, welcome to my video, and Barcelona 2, Elche 0. And I'm gonna keep sticking like this for a while, because this is what watching that game cost me, and I'm pretty sure it cost all of you guys. And that is to fall asleep. Anyways, guys, quitting jokes, Elche 0, Barcelona 2. The game was boring as hell. It was very, very boring. It was annoying to watch because, you know, when I watch Barcelona, I want to be entertained. Mostly, like, you know, primarily, not only I want Barcelona to win, but I also want to, you know, want to watch something worth watching. There was a few things worth watching. The typical: Dembele, Jong, Araujo, Riqui, Puig, Pedri in the second half. Everything else, meh. Like, can't say much about it. Like, it was just boring. Like, we don't play well, and we have a good team. Like, the team that we put on paper not only should be enough to beat Elche, which we did, but should be good enough to, you know, dominate Elche and create a lot of chances, which is something that we're not doing. And to all the people that say that we play better without Messi than with Messi, then, well, here you go. There you go. There you have it. I think the stat is, like, we've won 4 matches out of I don't know how many without Messi. Like, it's just, no. Like, we need Messi. If we have Messi, we need Messi. If we don't have Messi, we need to build a team that is built to win without Messi, which we haven't done that quite yet. I am not gonna be extremely critical over the players today because, like I told you, like, I know that we've played a lot of matches, and I understand that. I understand that we've played non-stop, that we're playing more games than usual in a regular calendar year. But, and, you know, at least we're getting the results, which at this point, I mean, if Koeman is going to be doing what Ernesto Valverde was doing, then at least get me the results that Valverde was giving me, which was fighting for La Liga, and especially, I'm not even asking to fight for La Liga, just comfortably finish in the top 4. I don't want to have any panic episodes in the last couple of match days of the season about not qualifying for Champions League next season. I repeat, I don't think Koeman is good enough to be the Barcelona coach. I am gonna keep this statement of myself, because until I see something that, you know, worth changing my idea, because so far Koeman is not showing that he's capable of being the Barcelona coach. He just doesn't follow our style, doesn't follow our principles. Riqui Puig scored today and scored his third goal for the club. Everyone was so hyped. Everyone was running around to keep smiling, and he's like, oh, he scored. Anyways, well, it is what it is. But let's talk about the lineups, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the game. Barcelona to go with Ter Stegen in net, Minguez, Araujo, Umtiti and Alba in defense. Midfield of Busquets, De Jong and Pedri, and up top Griezmann, Dembele and Martin Braithwaite. With Elche to go with Edgar Badia in net, Barragán, Gonzalo, González and Mojica in defense. Marcone as a DM, midfield 4 of Rigoni, Rodriguez, Guti and Hosan, and up top Lucas Boye. And with that said, we dominated Elche, but we dominated them in a very slow manner. Like, today was a day to have Busquets on the bench, and not because Busquets played badly or anything. It's just that if you're gonna be so much time in the opposition's half without them really hitting you in many counters or that much, today was the day to put De Jong as a DM, and then have Pedri and Riqui Puig, you know, dictate the tempo of the play, because Pedri at some moments during the first half needed help because he cannot do all the transition himself, and De Jong is a different type of helper in transition, which is he wants to drive with the ball, with, you know, his power, his strides, and it's a different type of thing that which Pedri wants, you know, the 1-2s, want to move around with the ball and stuff like that, which is something that we missed, and that's why he improved a lot in the second half, because there was more time and space for him to, you know, deliver stuff. Dembele in the first half was pretty much the only one doing anything to get us forward. Like, he was Dembele against the world, which is not something that I'm a big fan of. I want Dembele to do that with help of the team, because if the team is there to help him, and this is not necessarily because the players played badly, but because this was Koeman won apparently, because I didn't see any reaction from Koeman. Like, it was like, yeah, Dembele, I think, was expected to, you know, dribble past 4 people every single time to even do something, which is something that we need to, you know, change around. In the second half, he switched to the left side and kind of died down. Then we put in Trincao in the second half, and good minutes from Trincao, very good minutes. I liked him a lot. You know, told the haters of Trincao, being like, yes, he hasn't scored or assisted yet, I think, in La Liga, but he's a player that has the qualities, or has the potential qualities, of a really, really good player. I'm not saying he's going to be super world class or anything, or that he has the potential even of Ousmane Dembele, which is one of the best players in the world, but at least he's a player that should be able to contribute at a very, very high level for us. Griezmann today was non-existent yet again. Braithwaite was Braithwaite. Like, Braithwaite can only do so much, man. You know, like, he was the starting striker for Leganés, like, not that long ago. It's not surprising that he just is not good enough to play for Barcelona. And I'm gonna say it. Not every player can be a Barcelona player. I think that he can be good enough to be the backup striker for Barcelona, but, you know, there's a difference between Erling Braut Haaland and Braithwaite, and I think that's very evident. Anyways, more positives. Araujo. I need to do a video on Araujo. I need to do a bunch of videos, and I keep saying this along. You guys must be waiting for me to do a bunch of videos. I'm not gonna say I promise. I will try to do my best to get you those videos, but I need to talk about Araujo for a bit, because we have one of the super, like, I have so much security with Araujo now, because, you know, Longley was kind of costing me a bit of doubt this season. Umtiti has not been at his best for a long time. I mean, guess at the end of the day, he's only as good as he's good enough to be the fourth center back for Barcelona, but that's it. I think that I've seen enough of Mingueza to be like, that's, for the time being, that's your limit. Like, you're good enough to be a squad rotation player, but that's it. Araujo has potential to be a starting center back for Barcelona, and that is great to see, because for 5 million euros that I think it cost Barcelona, we have a potential one of the best center backs in the world for our style, which is because when you see Araujo, and this is the best comparison that I can give Araujo. When you compare Araujo and Mingueza, and when they play together, it's like Mingueza is like always struggling to get there, to like tackle, to like it looks like he's always like stretching about during the game, and Araujo feels very composed. He feels like it's kind of easy, like he's going hard for the tackles, and he like knows exactly when to be, like, he's using those legal contacts to, you know, displace the man to the side. It's just very, very good to see. There's some things that he needs to improve, especially with the ball at his feet, and, you know, those last stage tackle that he does, especially inside the penalty area. But other than that, he's showing so much class, and when he gets back, I think a partnership of Riqui and Araujo is going to give me a lot of confidence at the back. Not that Longley doesn't give me confidence, and definitely if we can get the best version of Umtiti, which, you know, no one's talking about it, but Umtiti's starting to play a bit more, and he's starting to look, whenever he plays, he's, you know, going back to something like the Umtiti that we all used to remember. So that's very good to see. Jordi Alba is missing Messi. Without Messi, Jordi Alba just disappears a lot. It's quite evident. We see it a lot. We need to have the best version of Jordi Alba. We need we need Messi in the field. Not even the best Messi, but we need to have Messi in some regard in the field. Other than that, from Elche, they parked the bus as expected. That was their only resource. I think that maybe they need to go for the game and press high up the pitch earlier on the second half than they did. I think they waited too long, and then, you know, there was like, at that point, it was going to be very hard for them to catch stuff off guard. Edgar Varia, the goalkeeper, made a bunch of saves, and he's been having an excellent season. So I think in that regard, even if they go down, I think he will be staying in Primera División. Other than that, well, let's talk about Riqui, because he scored his first goal for the club. And something that I liked a lot to see today from that Riqui Puig goal, not necessarily, I would not expect Riqui Puig to score with a header, but, you know, the goal apart, it was really nice to see the celebrations. And because what's been coming out of Can Barça, out of, like, you know, the journalism around Can Barça, is that there is players in the team that don't like Riqui Puig, or like think that Riqui Puig is maybe too cocky, or like, you know, stuff like that. Some people say because he received that Messi doesn't like Riqui because he tackled him, or during a game, or he like not met him during a training or something like that. Which I don't think is necessarily true. I don't think Messi would get mad about that, and if he did, that's a pretty childish thing to do. But it was really nice to see, because pretty much as soon as Riqui scored, everyone was hugging him, like, you know, so happy for a goal. Like, you know, there's a difference between the first goal that we got and that goal from Riqui Puig. Everyone was so happy for him, and that is really good to see. Especially like Jordi Alba, he was like hugging him, like they were laughing off a bed. Like Griezmann, like it just seems like those rumors about there being like people that don't like Riqui Puig, at least it doesn't seem like it's the core players of the team, like the heavyweights of the team, because I'm thinking of players that couldn't like Riqui that would kind of matter in decision making in the team, and I would think, okay, Busquets, Sergio Roberto, Messi, Alba, maybe Griezmann, Ter Stegen. That's like the longest serving players, or like the players that get paid the most in the team. And for what I've seen, Busquets doesn't seem to have a problem. Griezmann, Alba doesn't seem to have a problem. I think Sergio Roberto is one of the. I think Sergio Roberto's role in the team is crucial, because he's kind of the one that implements the La Masia players, that gives them, like, you know, talks to them, stuff like that. At least that's what we've seen out of a couple of La Masia players already. That Sergio Roberto is already the one that's, you know, kind of integrating them into the first team. And Messi's Messi. Like, I don't think Messi necessarily has a problem with Riqui. Messi, as long as you're, you know, associating with him and you make his life easier during the game, and you're a capable player, Messi likes you for the most part. I don't think there's a problem with that. So it's good to see that at least it's not the dressing room that's against Riqui. It's just Koeman. And, you know, hopefully Koeman will leave at the end of the season, and maybe Xavi comes in, and then we can start playing Pedri and Riqui Puig, not just Pedri or Puig. And to end the video, I would like to say to Koeman, it's hard to play two wingers, like two actual wingers. Like, you have three wingers available to you. You have Dembele, you have Conrad, and you have Trinco. And why is it that we can never play with two wingers at the same time? Like, is it that hard? I don't think so, and I think that we would improve greatly by having two wingers in the wings. Like, it might sound like a crazy idea, but I think that would actually be a good idea. You know, two pacey wingers, dribbling, making problems, stretching the wing, so your plays down the middle can actually go down the middle, and it's not like so cluttered that it's impossible to go through. But anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. Messi will be back for the upcoming game against Rayo in the Copa. And without saying that, guys, leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next one. Blaugranas.